So this video is going to teach you how to create an outline if you choose this method as a way to take notes instead of the Cornell Notes method. Now, these are just a few simple steps. You don't necessarily need to follow the steps in the order that they are listed or complete any of the steps at all. But I figured if you're new to outlining, this could kind of help you think about what you're going to do, where you're going to start, and how your outline is actually going to end up. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the packet, you're going to take your textbook chapter, and you're just going to look at it. You're going to check out some of the headings, any of the subtopics that are in it, and you're just going to kind of get a feel for what the main ideas are going to be for your outlining. Step number 2 is to actually read the chapter. Now, if you just read the chapter without writing, at least you have a basic understanding of it. If you want to jot down a couple of things or maybe put a post-it here or there, you could definitely do that. But just read the chapter. Don't start writing anything major yet. Step number 3 is to actually begin your outline and just dive right into it. And the way that you actually begin your outline is by knowing the actual format. You're going to start off with the main titles, the heading titles, that are going to be the Roman numerals 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, however many you need. And then underneath your Roman numerals, you're going to have capital letters, A, B, C, D, however many you need. And then underneath those capital letters, you have numbers 1, 2, and 3. If you have more details that need to go under the numbers 1, 2, and 3, you could actually use either lowercase Roman numerals, which are depicted here, or you could actually use lowercase letters like A, B, C, just in the smaller case form. It's whatever you prefer. This is what a very basic outline looks like. You can see that you have the 2 Roman numerals for declaring war and then the actual War of 1812. Under declaring war, you have the 2 capital letters, which is Madison's Declaration of War and then Congress's Declaration of War. And then you have the 2 details, so date and reason, and then, debate in Congress, and then War Hawks and Federalists. But this doesn't actually give much detail. Your outline should be far more detailed than this. Step 5 is to search for main ideas, and I would strongly suggest you summarizing your main ideas. Don't copy straight out of the book. Summarize what you're reading, what you've read, to check for understanding as well. This is a more detailed outline, but even then it doesn't exactly explain things. But regardless, you see how you have historical background as the first main topic, and then you have the ancient Middle East, and then that breaks it down to the Babylonians, ancient Egypt, and then it has details under that. So this is what a more detailed outline looks, but yours should still look more detailed than this. And I'm actually going to show you guys an example in a moment. The final step is to skim the chapter again. Did you get everything that you need to get? Have you missed anything? And if you've missed something, then you need to go back and insert it into your outline where it's appropriate. But just make sure you didn't leave anything out. And once you've done that, you're done with your outline. So here I've taken the first 2 pages of period 2 of the reading that you guys had from that packet, and I've created an outline. So this would be a good outline as an alternative option to Cornell Notes. So basically, you have the title of the packet right over here at the top, and then the first Roman numeral is the first main topic that was in bold. So that's the early English settlements. And then underneath that, the first one that was covered was Jamestown. And I have one detail here from the introductory paragraph underneath that, and then I go into the other subtopics that were actually in bold as well. Early problems and transitions to a royal colony. And then I have the details underneath that. Here's the second main heading that would have been Plymouth and Massachusetts Bay with the details. If I were to continue, I would then have C as the Plymouth colony, and then underneath that I would have early hardships as a number 1 with the details, and then D would be Massachusetts Bay Colony with the details, and then Roman numeral number 2 would probably have been early political institutions, with A, B, and C being Representative Assembly in Virginia, B being the representative government in New England, and then C being the limits to colonial democracy. Roman numeral 3 would have been the Chesapeake colonies, with A being religious issues in Maryland, so on and so forth. Hopefully this is an easier solution to Cornell notes. It's something that you guys like a little bit better. Again, I just want you guys to have your notes that are somehow organized. If you guys like the outlining, continue with the outlining. If you guys prefer to do Cornell, continue with the Cornell, as long as you're doing something that keeps your notes nice and organized. So here you have it, how to outline.